She's just yeah. Well, she's got her
Yeah,
mouth
she can't talk. She can just.
so she's just a grunt.
Hmm.
Yeah, the human bandit's just looking around and just says, "Well, you're gonna tie me up or what?"
I think we have to.
Oh yeah,
Vigor's gonna
right,
roll.
sorry.
Wait, before that, Vigor is gonna roll discern realities on him surrendering. Just. Alright. Oh, it's a simple question. What should I be on the lookout for?
Nothing. He's given up.
Alright, this is on. Yeah, he's actually given up. He's not gonna go for a cheeky stab when Ariana ties him up. Okay.
He looks to you, Vigor, and says, "Tell me, son, how long have you been in this business, causing pain?"
Vigor thinks back and it's like, years have started blurring together at this point. Been over 10, I think.
You plan to stay in the
20.
business much longer?
That's all I know. That's all I got.
Nearly 20. Isn't Vigor only like 25?
27, 28.
Oh, okay.
And nearly 20. If you give or take like 5 years, because he was like he was in his early teens when he went to the fighting pits and was actually he's been doing this since he was like very young.
More than double that here, you know. Yeah, well, I spent more than double that in this life. Surprisingly, I'm one of the oldest. I'm one of the oldest ones. This is a profession where men die young.
Ariana walking over to him to tie him up. Sorry, what do you do?
The business of causing pain. This is a profession where men die young, son. You say you've been doing it for 20 years?
Nearly. Maybe.
You live as long as me, you've got about 20 more.
Vigor just looks at him like he doesn't have a response to that.
And then as he allows himself to be tied up, he just sighs and just says, "Hope you make the most of it."
God damn it. God fucking damn it. Nice. Well done.
And with that, he's silent as he's tied up.
And then we let him walk off because that was a really cool line.
Yeah. Ariana just tying, as she's tying him up, just mutters, people have paid me to do this to him.
Wow, some of us are in the business of pain, some of us have been in the business of pleasure. And we all die young anyway.
Sometimes they're the same business.
And we just reflect on the duality of this. While he's just trying to make a point.
No, Ariana does actually make that a point of that, I haven't been in the business of causing pain for too long. Well, with some exceptions. But if anything, I was sort of in the opposite business, causing pleasure. And, I don't know, not much better.
Yeah, it seems we die young both ways.
Yeah, he just grimaces.
Maybe
just furrows his brow.
Maybe it isn't pain or pleasure. Maybe it's excitement. Maybe that's what kills us. And then it zooms out and we all think we've learned the lesson. We've learned the lesson.
Ariana, once the guy's tied up, she just she gives him a little kiss on the forehead and just well, like I said, nothing personal. Good luck to you guys. You don't seem like you deserve this, but it's not like we have a choice.
If you don't mind us asking, where'd you keep all the loot, treasure, and that?
The loot?
Yeah.
It's all out there.
Oh, if Ariana has an hour to meditate, she can find the way to the loot.
Alright.
And then he's about to say something when the room goes dark. And when the room lights up again, all three of them are gone.
I hope that was the Draken. Otherwise,
hear
we're
the
all
dr-
probably about to
and
die.
you hear the dragon's voice. And
Okay,
it
good.
says, 4 trials. 4 trials.
4 trials?
You know, I had said this would be. I did say this would be your last team trial.
Oh no.
Not your last trial overall. And you see, you hear the room, you feel the room shake, and you feel, and when you look around the room, those 3 doors, each one of them has a painting of you. Or no, not a painting. No, it has. There's like a symbol representing you. So above one door, there's a symbol of a rat. Above one door, there's a symbol of a spider, and above one door, there's a symbol of a fist.
Oh, Vigor just looks at it and goes, "Oh, come on."
One last hurdle for each of you. I hope you don't mind too much, but that wish, it's all so close. So close to me now. One last leap. Hope you'll take it. But each one is a leap you'll have to make alone. You each have a door. You each have a trial. But each trial is individual. No teamwork. Have fun. And
meanwhile, O'Malley's just
all the lights come back on.
Meanwhile, O'Malley's
yeah.
like trying to put milkshake back in the bottle.
Yep.
Maybe he won't notice you.
All right.
Milkshake is nowhere to be seen either.
Milk. Oh no, she left me.
Ariana, O'Malley.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck. Good luck to the both of you.
You too.
Yeah. You too.
And if and if I don't see you again, Ariana, fuck you. Then O'Malley goes through his door.
Nice.
Vigor just like looks at Ariana and just like then just says, "I was about to say something nice to him," and then he like just now like starts walking towards his portal.
Yeah, Ariana hangs out for a bit before going in hers and just like looks around a bit, looks around, this place we're in, and then just like sighs. Fuck it. And as she's walking through, just to no one in particular, who would have seen this coming a year ago?
So we'll start with Vigor.
Oh boy.
Vigor, you walk into your room, and you feel your hand, your left arm warm up.
Oh.
When you look at it, there are a bunch of markings on it, and the dragon speaks to you in your and voice echoes in your mind. He says, "And that arm is the blessing of my eternal fire. You can invoke it to burn whatever it touches, no matter what. I offer you a choice, Vigor, for your last trial." And the room lights up. And you see in a cage is a young boy.
Oh, it's me.
Is a young boy crying and shaking. And he sees you and says, Are you here to rescue me?
Vigor listens for the voice in his head.
And yeah, the dragon's voice echoes. You have a binary choice, Vigor. Before you, a child very much like the one you used to be. Alone, frightened, taken from his parents. Alone, hoping against all hope that someone will come and release him from his cage. I offer you a choice. Use my eternal flame. Burn that child alive. He will die slowly, painfully, before your eyes. Or fish out that oh so precious arrowhead. and burn it instead.
Wow.
Got a question for you. Do I get an answer when I say that?
You get the general sense that he's listening.
I burn this arrowhead, this kid goes. You remember any of this?
The kid?
Does he remember this? Or does he forget it?
I'll leave that. You know what? You've been such a good sport. I'll leave that part up.
Vigor just like pulls out the arrowhead and just looks at the kid and says, "Kid, hope you never have to see me again." And he burns the arrowhead.
Nice.
Ooh, he pulls it out though. Like that's gotta be rough.
Alright, so you don't want the kid to remember any of this?
I don't want the kid to remember.
Don't
being
give
here,
him a
being
life
dragged.
lesson.
I don't. What life lesson is there?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I want to give. All right, I want him to remember some of this. I don't want him to remember it was me, but I want him to know the general idea that I want him to. You know, I want him to kind of know that. How do I describe this? There's a very tricky line of what I want him to know. Like, not generally it was me, but basically that when someone was offered the ability to wish for anything straight up in return for killing him, they didn't take it. They rejected that to let him go.
Someone valued his life as a human being.
Like, not that it was me, not that it was like thing. He just, I don't. It's kind of weird to explain, but he knows that happened. He knows that happened essentially.
Yeah. So when you do that, the cage opens. The kid runs out, gives you a quick hug, before running out the door. And when he runs out the door, outside the door you came in is now just white light.
Vigor just looks and Vigor just like says to the room, just sorry to disappoint. And he just throws the ashes on the cage.
Nice.
And walks out. I guess I'm meant to walk out through the white light.
Yep.
Yeah, I do that.
When you do, you're back in the room as you knew it. The bodies are there. The 3 bandit leaders are tied up. The human bandit is now actually unconscious.
You know,
so
Vigor just like walks down. He just kind of mouths to the room. That probably wasn't a real kid. I don't care. I don't fucking care. I just hope O'Malley won't kill me. And like he just sits down next to like the bandit leaders.
All right. So, so you burned your lucky token. Very well. All right. Now we will do O'Malley.
Yeah. O'Malley kind of like stumbled in and it's like, oh god, there's milkshake.
In your room, you see, you stumble into a small, yet somewhat cozy, living room. Sitting on a couch, you see your mother.
Mother?
She looks up and goes, Mortimer?
Oh, Mortimer, is that you?
Mortimer?
Mother.
And you hear the dragon's voice echo in your head. O'Malley, O'Malley. What a life you've led. What a life you've led since you left this old lady. To earn your wish, to earn your wish, to earn your dreams coming true, I have but one simple request of you. Tell your mother everything you've done.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, that's so good.
That's strong. That is so strong.
Mother, is that really you?
Mortimer, I thought you'd gone for the country.
Well, kind of.
Ooh.
What have you?
I think this
Son,
session is about to get
what is
4
your
hours
life?
longer if we want that wish. He
Son,
wants that wish, rather.
what has your life been?
Um,
You look positively rattled. Oh my god.
Rattle.
And she gets up and pats you around the face, make sure. Looks at your
No.
eye patch. So, did someone take your eye? Did
This
you
is
lose an
making
eye?
O'Malley a way more sad character.
um,
Like the fact that someone loved him makes him like way worse.
no, it's just there to fool
He's
people.
just a chuny.
Oh,
O'Malley
It's for
created
effect.
himself.
what have you been doing that would need an eye patch?
Oh, you know,
What have you been doing with your life, son?
pirating?
So you're already lying. You're
You
you're
hear the-
you're forfeiting the wish with a lie
Yeah.
that's like just as
Yeah.
bad.
You hear the voice burn in your head again. Tell her everything.
Well, Mom, you remember how me and my like 10 other brothers usually were kind of misbehaving? We were
Yeah.
going around saying we were the rats.
Oh,
rats.
you were so, you were so young. You wanted
Yeah.
to be the big rat making all the rules.
Yeah, I kind of tried to strike out and
But
do
I
that.
always become a lead. So you wanted to become a leader.
Yeah,
I always thought. I always told the other rat. I always told the other ones. You know, that you had it in you. You're a good boy, O'Malley.
I don't know. I can't. You see, Mom, I
Yes.
started working kind of in a city place.
Seedy.
There's so
What
many
do you
layers to
mean?
like things you would never want to tell your mother you're doing.
O'Malley.
Like, for instance, one thing he's doing,
Mortimer.
milkshake.
Mortimer.
Yeah.
And what he's having Milkshake do.
Mortimer. I keep
Yeah.
accidentally having her call him O'Malley, even though she
Yeah.
shouldn't. Yeah. Mortimer, what have you done?
Kind
You
of
can
more
run away at any
things
moment.
that could be seen as morally reprehensible.
What have you done?
I became a criminal.
What?
That is not doing justice to the crimes of
You hear
O'Malley.
again. Tell her everything.
What if in my quest for power I kind of stumbled upon a slime? Oh, by the way, I have a girlfriend now.
Oh, that's good. Here, sit down with me.
Just the one problem. She's a slime monster.
What kind of slime monster?
Rainbow.
What does
can't
she do?
eat people?
You, son, what are you? I don't understand.
I'm doing it for me and you, Mother.
How many things have you have you helped her?
I have not been in her way, you know.
Oh, Mortimer.
But it's okay, Mother. They deserved it. They all deserved it.
Mortimer. What are
How
you
did Ted
saying?
Bundy's parents feel when they found out?
So, to cut away, I will ask you now, right now. Does O'Malley confess to everything?
Yeah, in his roundabout way.
Yeah.
In his roundabout way, does that
way.
count? Does he get half a wish?
No, you hear the voice telling you. You have to tell her fucking everything. Like, explicitly tell her everything. Do you do this?
Hermione just goes, "Sorry, Mom," and then he starts. Then he rattles on. He says the
And
worst
he does it.
possible.
He rattles off everything he's done.
Yeah. He
Oh,
says it,
yeah.
the worst
Throughout the
possible.
talk, she changes from shock to anger to denial to trying to justify it to by the time you're halfway through your list, she's just looking down, tears starting to come out of her eyes. And by the end, she has her face in her hands, and she is like quietly sobbing.
Mother, I did it for. I did it. I had to show the world has treated me so poorly. I did it for you too.
How could the world have treated you like this? To turn you
know.
into this? I treated you.
I know, Mother. You were the nicest person I've ever known. But the world is a fuck.
We were
Tags,
born to
mind
die.
break.
Yeah, she just starts sobbing and just says, "Oh, Mortimer, I'm so sorry I failed you."
No, Mother. I'm sorry I failed you.
My son. And yeah, she just hugs you and starts crying and sobbing her eyes out.
Ariana's gonna have a much less tragic heart-to-heart with her mom.
So does O'Malley? So by the time when O'Malley finally leaves, what state is he in? Is he crying when he gets out the door?
He's sobbing. Yeah, he's like.
All right. So Vigor, you just see O'Malley come out the door crying.
He just tells her, "You say nothing."
Oh, I just got to ask.
No. None of your business.
In Vigor's head, like, he sees O'Malley crying and he's like, that could mean he got the wish or he didn't. Like, that could go up. That could mean anything. Like, either he just thoroughly debased himself, or it was so bad he gave up the wish and is just crying because of that. Meanwhile, Vigor is just kind of like, he not only burned it, he threw the ashes back in there. He didn't even take the ashes with him.
Huh, yeah, he burned the arrowhead.
But he did take the ashes out of the room as well. He threw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
gone.
gone.
Yeah, Vigor's trial was probably the easiest.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Was it?
Oh,
Good.
I'm sorry.
Vigor.
Glad to know mine's harder than kill a child.
Well, I didn't kill a child.
Yeah, that was the choice. He had the choice of killing the
It
child
was pretty easy to not kill that
prize,
child.
or killing his prized possession.
And I feel like, honestly, that prized possession, like, not to deflate that, like, Vigor has moved past the point of depending on that a while.
Well, that's just what the dragon wanted to make sure of. So yeah, there you go.
Alrighty then.
You earned your wish.
Character development.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's forced O'Malley to confront
Anyway,
who he is as a person.
So, Ariana,
Mm-hmm.
you enter your room, and you see just a dank, dark cave.
Oh wow, I was right.
And you see 3 bodies lined up against the wall.
Okay.
One has webbing over its eyes. One has webbing over its mouth. The other has webbing over its ears.
Of course.
The dragon's voice booms in your head. You have evil runs in your veins, Ariana. Evil is who you are. It is your nature. And you know what and there's an old saying you might have heard. To hear no evil, to see no evil, to speak no evil. You want that wish. You want to escape your nature. It's time you learn what escaping evil truly is. Choose one of these bodies and rip one of choose one of these bodies by ripping the head off. The body you choose will signify the sense that you lose to escape evil.
What?
Alternatively, if you embrace your nature, choose none of them. Go the rest of your life seeing, hearing, and talking. But someone you know will be afflicted with all three.
Oh no!
Oh.
That's super hard. What the? That's super next level.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be one of the players, isn't it?
Oh, it's gonna be me.
One.
It's gonna be me. Like,
It could be Lilia. That would be really tragic.
could be Clinton. Like, that would be horrible. That'd be horrible for anyone. Clinton.
It would actually probably, if I lost his ability to speak, it would probably actually help a lot of people.
Well, he loses all three, so he just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is hard. Yeah, no, this takes Ariana a while to think about. And it, like, the thing is, she would walk the path if it weren't for, like, an innocent person is going to be harmed. You know what, actually? Okay. Ariana spends a really long time looking at the bodies and, through the cave. Wait, did he say walk out of the cave or walk deeper into the cave?
Walk deeper into the cave.
Deeper into the cave,
Yeah,
okay.
they're lined up against the wall at the end of the cave.
So yeah. Ariana, looks at the bodies for a while and has a bit of and she walks down and sort of like, starts like feeling one of them. Specifically the one with the eyes covered. And she looks at it a while and sighs and looks deeper in the cave and begins to walk deeper in. Very slowly though. I don't know if the dragon says anything in response to that, but when she gets a decent amount of the way, she stops and, like, just sort of it is like having a really big crisis before she closes her eyes and keeps them closed and walks back to the corpse.
Ooh.
And beheads the one without its eyes.
Nice.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, you hear you hear the voice. You hear the voice laugh, and Beck and says, "Well done. You are willing to sacrifice to escape your nature."
Ariana like turns her head, not really looking, but just sort of speaking to him. And Ariana just sort of shakes her head. No, I embrace my nature, but I will control it. I will not let my evil be used by others outside of my control.
A worthy response. Well, you clearly will need help here. Turn, and he tells you which way to turn and how far to walk to get out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
you exit, and O'Malley still sobbing, Vigor contemplating the loss of contemplating the next step of your life. You both see Ariana stumble out the door.
Vigor heads over.
Yeah, Ariana sort of collapses on her hands and knees and feels out a bit. I'm assuming it's already taken effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ariana, are you alright?
Do you have something specific for how this looks? Because if not, I have something.
No, you could go.
So she looks up and her red ruby eyes are just, instead of being red, are just all pitch black.
Oh god. I was gonna say then. I forgot the name of that. What you keep saying.
Sharona.
Oh, Sharona.
Sharona? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ariana also says, "Oh gods," as well. But yeah, and Ariana sort of like reaches out and just
like
could use a
Vigor
hand.
extends an arm and like
Yeah.
basically helps you down the stairs
Mhm.
to the lobby.
Yeah.
Like Vigor's just like he like helps you and like helps you sit down against like a wall or a chair or whatever we can find, and like he just looks over the room and he just like looks at O'Malley, looks at Ariana, and he just does mouth to himself, "I got off easy."
Oh, O'Malley's crying compared to Ariana, who's fucking blind.
Yeah, well, Vigor's like walked away pretty much unscathed. He didn't get a whiff. So hey,
He
maybe
had
the
to
bad
dig an
times are
arrow out of
ahead.
himself.
Yeah, but O'Malley had to fucking make his mom cry.
Ariana asks Vigor, what happened? Are you okay? I can't.
I'm fine. Like Vigor doesn't actually want to say what his trial was. It seems like putting two and two together. It's like my choice was to burn a child or not.
Yeah.
And it's like
Burn a child or burn your most precious possession. That was your trial.
yeah, and it's like by all means, like Vigor can do that. He can do that detachment.
Are you okay though?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good.
What did he? Never mind. How about you, O'Malley?
I had to make my mom cry.
Ariana starts laughing at that.
What the fuck are you laughing? Oh yeah, your mom never loved you.
Do you not?
Your
Have you
mom-
not
Hey,
like? Do you
that's
like
not
turn
true.
and see just
My
all
mom
of her
did
eyes
love
are
me.
gone? Or like
Her
gone
eyes
black
aren't
or
gone.
whatever.
They're just.
I meant gone in the
black.
sense of gone. Yeah.
I'm not laughing at you going blind.
My mom did love me, O'Malley.
I doubt it.
So, the roof of the room you're in is blown off,
What happened? I heard a big noise.
and the dragon is there, looking down on you and smiling, and throws down like a fuck ton of treasure and wealth, just tons of treasure, tons of wealth, and the three bandit leaders are all strung up now.
They were already strung up.
Yeah, but they're all, but
They're
now
extra
they're
strong.
all awake. They're all awake and like looking at this.
O'Malley's grabbing as much treasure as can. Actually, he throws away one of the crossbows. He doesn't need that. He needs more
And then
money.
he just says, and the dragon leans forward and says, "Getting a little handsy, are we?"
O'Malley, it's not yours.
Oh.
Why? What is it? What's O'Malley grabbing?
We're surrounded by more money than you've ever known.
Sorry, my lord.
It's not ours to keep.
What? Ariana doesn't even get to look at the treasure?
Nope.
The dragon says, "Excellent, excellent, excellent."
Ariana stumbles forward and just starts like feeling the mound of treasure, like feeling the doubloons run through her fingers, and starts like crying a little bit.
You all passed your trials. Amazing. 7 trials, 3 thralls. Haven't done this in quite a while. And I must say, it's been a great experience. Even got a new home out of it. Yes, this will sate me for many, many, many a century to come. Well then, you've walked the long, winding road towards this moment. Bask in it. I will hear out your wishes, one by one. If it is within my great power, it shall be granted. So, who goes first?
Yeah, Ariana does sort of look at where she thinks Vigor and O'Malley might be. So,
Because actually looking at the opposite way they are.
who's first, I guess? No, you know what? Actually, Ariana does like sitting on the treasure. O'Malley, where are you?
I'm here.
Hey, you
Yeah?
know, you are the biggest monstrosity I have ever met. And I kind of wanted to thank you for that, because you're like, I don't think I ever could have seen myself as not a monster without having you, someone who's not like a monster on the outside or anything, for comparison. You're so much worse than I could ever be, and you're just a normal person who just happens to be that much of a monster. And I don't know, that gave me a bit more hope. You make me feel more human, O'Malley. And I just wanted to thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Ariana sort of like turns her head to the side, not really looking at the dart, doesn't even know if it's actually here or not, or if it's just in their head. But she's like, yeah, I have my wish.
Speak it.
Ariana sort of stands up again, not really looking at the dragon, since she's not even sure if it's there, but just sort of looking into the middle distance. I'm so tired of having to kill constantly. I am a monster, and maybe I always will be. But so much of that has come from every day of my life having to kill just to be alive. And I can't justify having lived as long as I had, but I don't want to give up. I want you to make it so that I can eat normal food like a normal human and get sustenance off of that, so I don't have to eat the way I usually eat. So I don't have to kill every single day.
Such a noble wish from such riffraff. Oh, I love it. And then you feel a claw tap against your chest, and magic course through your veins as you feel your insides rearranged.
Oh god.
And several new organs pop into existence. It's actually not that painful. It just feels
Okay.
very weird.
Yeah, Ariana just sort of clutches her chest and sort of drops to her knees.
Yeah, and then when he's done, he goes. And then when he's done, actually, what's Ariana's tongue like?
Pretty normal.
Is it
Maybe
a
a
normal
little. Yeah, pretty much. Maybe
Yeah.
a little bit longer than normal, but
You just, I see. That's right. Well, the dragon just says, reset. That's such a noble wish. I threw in something extra. Reset your taste buds.
for real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ariana's sort of like smacking her mouth, like, that's weird.
Yep. Everything will taste new now.
Huh.
How
Yeah.
very nice of it.
Reset her taste palette for her as a bonus.
Oh wow, alcohol's gonna be a fucking trip.
Oh god. She's gonna need to rebuild her like tolerance and whatnot. Shit.
So, who's next?
Ooh.
Vigor's
They
just
get
like
your-
Vigor's just like looking between him is like, what do you mean who's next? It's just him.
What?
What?
Oh my! How naive! You thought I just wanted you to kill a child? You. Oh, you brute! You never. You've always been my favorite.
Wow.
The trial was choosing between. The trial was to see if you choose greed over life. You chose life. You won. You got a wish.
Vigor's really confused. Like Vigor did not expect that, but he just looks at O'Malley and goes, well, "I didn't even know I was getting one, so you go ahead."
Oh, god damn it, Snake, because I feel O'Malley should be last,
No, Vigor is very tactically going last.
Okay.
Tactical, hell yeah, tactical.
O'Malley's like, wait a minute. How do I know you're not gonna make this? My
Rat, step forward.
Wait, how would I
O'Malley,
know
I'm
that?
gonna say this to you, and I'm gonna say it honestly. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna use my wish to harm you or any of yours. I
Okay.
don't know that you won't do it to me, so that's why I've set up insurance. I set up
Okay.
that insurance so that we all get to walk away from this. That's
Okay, Dragon.
That's it.
My wish. You know what my wish is, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it in a way that cannot be misunderstood. And then suddenly, O'Malley utters, "Give me what I deserve."
Uh-oh.
Vigor just like takes a step
The,
backwards.
the dragon just looks at you and just says, "Gonna have to be a bit more specific."
Vigor takes 2 steps backwards.
It's easy. The world has taken so much from me. I demand to get what I deserve from the world.
From the war. Wait. You know I'm not a judge, right?
God damn it! I was gonna use my bad thing of always.
He
saying
wanted to
bad
have the
thing.
bad wish. He wanted to wind up in like Grimwood as well.
O'Malley is actually the guy who ruins Zora's life.
You know, I want power.
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 Power how?
You know, power.
O'Malley
Magic.
doesn't actually understand how like
O'Malley.
any of this works.
O'Malley.
Magic power? Political power? What?
I want power so I can get riches and get rich. Also, where's Milkshake?
So you want to be rich?
Sure, yes. I want to be filthy, stinking rich.
Yeah, the dragon just like looks around and just decides, just like opens up and just taps a claw next to you, O'Malley.
Yeah.
And you just see a piece of paper there.
Uh-huh.
It's the deed to a mansion.
I got a mansion.
Congratulations.
I can sell this. I can get money.
It comes with money. There's money in the mansion.
I'm rich. Also, fuck, now I just realized Mally should have said he wanted respect.
Oh, that would have been powerful. Alright. Alright.
But no,
Mariana does respect O'Malley.
It's an abandoned mansion with tons of wealth in it.
I'm
Where
gonna
is it?
work more. Oh, where is it? But they don't get to know.
They don't get to know.
No, of course he's not gonna fucking go near those.
You
two
know what?
again.
Fair enough. You know, while Vigor is getting ready to make his wish, Ariana's like, you know, is like sort of like groping or like, hey, O'Malley.
No, you're not getting my riches.
Yeah, I know. So here's the thing. Genuinely, I feel on some level, I feel guilty, like letting you continue to go about. Like I feel responsible for you, but in the spirit of all, like, bygones, I forgive you for everything you've done. Everything.
Really?
Yeah. And if you leave and I never see you again after day, that's fine. I'll never hunt you down or do anything. But that forgiveness doesn't go forward, you understand. So anything you do from today, then you have to answer to me. If I know about it.
Well, then
Understand?
Yeah, I'll make sure you don't.
So you want to know where the mansion is then?
Yeah.
It's the centerpiece of an old provincial village. It's the village where your mom currently lives.
Wow.
Oh. Whoa.
His mom's just gonna turn out to be a really huge nag.
The mom who just learned everything you've done.
Oh, so that was actually her, not just like a hallucination.
That was her. That was her. So, there you go. You have the rights to a mansion in your mom's old village. You probably saw it a lot growing up.
O'Malley puts 2 and 2 together. My God.
It's probably
mansion.
You probably threw rocks at it as a kid.
The mansion that inspired me to get wealth. Because wealth is power.
There you go.
Vigor
And
just
then
breathes a big sigh of relief, like, okay, we're still alive.
Then he looks to Vigor. Well, Lesser Dragon?
Vigor smiles at that. And he just looks at Ariana and says, Ariana, you are probably the best friend I have in this world. And I still have no fucking clue how you react to things. So, I hope you won't feel cheated in some way for what I'm about to wish for. Give Ariana her sight back.
Wow.
The dragon is surprised. It's like, oh, that was like a whole thing.
She took the sacrifice.
Yeah.
It doesn't negate it because I did this. She chose
He
that.
sighs.
I'm not stealing that from her.
Yeah,
He's making-
he sighs. And it's just like, well, way to one-up each other in nobility, I guess. This ain't the kindness Olympics.
It's
But-
not nobility. It would just nag at me if I didn't use this. If I didn't use it this way for the rest of my life. This is for me just as much as anyone else.
Well, he sets a claw up on Ariana's forehead and then again looks at you and says, you could have anything in the world you want. Confirm this?
Vigor nods.
Vigor, you don't have to. I made my choice.
I don't care. I wanted this to be over. And I can tell you would regret, on some level, you would regret that. You chose to have a new life, so why not have all of it?
Well, yeah, the dragon sighs, there's magic courses through his claw, and Ariana, your eyes turn red again.
I was a little afraid she was just going to get 6 like human eyes.
Yeah.
That would be surprisingly horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that feel weird or anything? Or
Nope. You just get your sight back. Yeah. You can see again.
I love that the people we fucking killed all their men and hogtied them just have to watch this touching moment.
Yeah, no, that must be sickening. That's got to be the worst thing. And like Vigor just says, there you go, you can see the treasure. Treasure we can't have.
Yeah, Ariana laughs and cries a bit.
Yeah, Dragon just kind of leans down and says, should have wished for that.
I'm happy with my choice. Vigor says, not smiling at all, really. Just got his default expression on. It's not like he ever smiles when he's not fighting anyway.
And then the dragon just does a deep roar and just says, well, we're done here. I've had my fun with you. You've had your excitement with me. Time to bid adieu. And he claws open a portal leading to Terabone.
I really thought he was just gonna fly off and fucking leave us here, wherever we are.
He claws open a portal leading to Terabone, and then a second portal leading to the mansion that O'Malley just got.
O'Malley stands around. Wait, where's Milkshake?
Oh, Milkshake's. No, he looks to you. He says, "Milkshake, who's that?"
The slime?
The slime. Oh, the slime girl. Yeah, she
Yeah?
flew off.
She left me. Vigor.
She got bored.
Yeah. What do you want, O'Malley?
Don't let Ariana fly through between your hands like Milkshake did to me.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, the dragon just says, we had a little chat. She got bored.
Vigor's
Man,
like
that's
just stood there
ominous.
like he's trying to comprehend
Yeah.
the several mind shocks that have just happened. Like, in all this time, O'Malley has still never worked out that Vigor and Ariana don't have that relationship.
Yeah.
Oh well, I gotta mention. Fuck you guys. But O'Malley says it's jump through the portal.
Into his mansion. Yep, and that closes up.
Vigor just
Bye,
turns to
O'Malley.
Ariana and says, "You don't think you can get like a clay model of his village, right?" Like, Vigor just turns to Ariana after he's through the portal and he just says, "You don't think you can get like a clay model of his village going, right?"
Ooh, maybe. I'd
Yeah.
have to ask. That's not really my department.
Um,
That's mostly Ugaku, a little bit Ortega. You know, I'm more in charge of like the mayor or like you.
I was kidding, Ariana. Is
Oh.
we should probably just leave him be.
Yeah. Do you know? Hey, where was that town that he went to? So we can avoid it.
He just the dragon just sighs and just says, it's a little village north. It's a little village north of It's a little village north of Tenzis.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Well, I don't think we have any business in Tenzis. Probably
Yeah.
best to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Get out of my fort.
Yeah. Sure. Have a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so you
So,
said-
Area, as we're leaving,
Yeah.
so how many people died or were displaced, or how much property was destroyed because of our quests for this dragon? Also, in the end, you could lose your arrow, I could be able to eat food, and O'Malley gets super rich.
But he lost Milkshake, so he's much less of a threat to people.
He only got Milkshake because of the dragon, though, because of quests we were doing
Oh
for
yeah,
him.
we've caused a lot of damage, and in the end, all of our wishes were basically about shoring up the damage to ourselves.
So
It's
you
almost
stepped.
like we're morally reprehensible on
So
some
you
level.
you two stepped through the portal, and you're back in Terrebone.
I guess.
Yep, you are.
Yeah, no,
So
there's just a lot to process there.
Yeah. Let's do epilogues.
Wow.
O'Malley,
Yeah.
you've had a long and winding journey through life. You're at this mansion in the village you grew up in, the one you saw all those years growing up, jealous of, throwing rocks at. Your mother's still here. What do you think? What's O'Malley's life like from now on?
He somehow manages to gamble away most of his money.
So he goes to gamble in Marion.
I mean, a bit. And like, he does some. I mean, let's be honest, O'Malley's pretty dumb. His
So at
mom-
some point he bets the mansion at the casino,
A bit.
hoping
But-
for. Okay.
Yeah. But he doesn't lose all of it because his mother is smart enough to basically stash away some of it.
His mother's pretty ashamed of him.
Yeah. But she's
Pretty
like,
upset with him.
yeah, no. No, so that's the thing. When O'Malley comes back, she's like, the O'Malley being a good boy tries to, gives her some money, and then he has to basically sell. It's a lot of money. Fuck it. The mansion is like basically, since his mom is so ashamed of him, he's like, okay, I want to live in the same town as you, mom. He sells the mansion, and he tries. He moves to.
I won't live in the same town as you, Mom. Forces his mom to move towns.
No. O'Malley's gonna move to like Custer or something. He's gonna try. He tried to make himself a name there.
Ooh, Custer.
What?
So he
No,
keeps
just
trying
Custer.
to pursue crime?
Well, he tries to. He has money now. He assumes that gives him power.
He becomes a money lender.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, he's like, boy.
So he
O'Malley.
sells the mansion after a while, moves
Yeah.
out with his mom to go to Custer, and tries to make a name for himself there.
No, his mom still lives there. She's like, no. She doesn't want his stuff to be involved.
Alright, so he tries to make a name for himself in Custer after selling the mansion.
Yeah.
Alright, and you know what? Roll charisma.
Ah,
Ooh,
nice.
look at that.
If you can make it there.
Let's see. O'Malley, you make a business making predatory loans to people in Custer.
Good. Fantastic.
You would.
That's your business. Predatory lending in Custer.
Milkshake
And there's
lending.
O'Malley's epilogue.
And it's kind of like fucking, Clockwork Orange. O'Malley sitting in his office. So
Having a
O'Malley
laptop.
sitting in his office making predatory lending, realizing that he's still empty inside.
Does O'Malley find love again after Milkshake? Well, love.
I think on some
Or is
level
she
he
the
genuinely
only girl
loved
for him?
Milkshake.
Well, yeah, but I don't think Milkshake loved him, was more my comment.
no,
No.
I
Milkshake
don't.
was the only girl for him.
Damn.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Not in the nearest future.
Well, that's O'Malley then. Anything more to add?
Oh, he finally started up a rat gang again.
Gotcha. Alright. So,
And
Those are the debt collectors.
No, and his company anthem is rat, wait, rat. Oh yeah, O'Malley gets really fucking fat because he's the giant rat. That makes all of the
Nice.
rules.
nice.
I like that,
Okay.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, O'Malley gets really fat and all that dexterity for nothing.
O'Malley
Alright.
becomes the Rat King.
Okay, so, Vigor.
Yo.
Give me your epilogue. You're back once you're back in Terrebonne. What's Vigor's life trajectory look like from here?
Alright, so we're not obviously not going super late into his life, but Vigor, he becomes more and more managerial with fights. He is more drawn to being in the ring than out of it, but kind of works to make fights good. He assists a lot. Oh, I don't want to say he becomes separate from the gang, because he doesn't, but it's more like fights grows big enough that they kind of run in tandem, I'd like to say.
Right.
If I'm allowed to have that much power to say that's what happens. But
That it becomes very much its own, self-sustaining revenue source. And yeah, Ariana, I'm sure, gives him, complete free reign over fights.
How do we deal with the Sanguine situation? I'm gonna regret, because I do hunt down the fucking guy who told me about Sanguine. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Well, he tells you, well, you wanted a weapons dealer. Sanguine's the best weapons dealer he knows.
Oh,
He's
right.
just kind of evil.
Okay, yep, fine. I didn't give you good terms. I didn't say little demon, so you know what? I'll let you off the hook on that. I can't blame him. I didn't set my terms properly.
Yeah.
Like, So yeah, we buy the weapons, we get the thing, and I guess we don't like. I guess it's more that we've got the weapons, but Vigor set that up in case Milkshake became a problem, and he thought that might be able to handle it. So we just have a stash of weapons now, and I guess
I was gonna say, yeah.
Vigor's,
and they
like,
have to do and Sanguine wants to rope them in on shit.
I promised him one, and I want to say in
Yeah.
my Forever Epilogue, I do manage to get that going, even if
So
it like sours our relationship a little bit afterwards, or at least cuts ties between the two. Is like
So
Vigor
you cut ties with Sanguine after the one task.
Yeah, I'm like, this is what I promised,
All right.
and we'll see how.
Um, I definitely picture, just sort of on a related note to that with fights, definitely its own sort of thing, but I feel like fights sort of over time becomes like a somewhat elite guard for the org. Like, you know, we have generic mooks, but like if we really need it for something big, like the guys from fights are like the best.
Yeah,
you know?
like Vigor basically, because Vigor's job, like Vigor does come to Ariana at some point and say, look, I live for a scrap, I live for a fight, I live for whatever power that brings. So if the company ever needs something like that, tell me, I'll get a few boys and we'll sort that. Like Vigor spearheads that.
Right.
I like to imagine he becomes a Kiryu figure besides that, but let's
Right.
not overindulge ourselves.
So
no, I like him becoming a curious figure.
Any other notes?
I do
on
have a
Vigor's
very
play?
specific one.
Yeah.
And this is to do with fights, actually. I was building up fights before this, but Vigor does kind of get to know people in the organization, actually brings the weapons. So Vigor starts, he does find people, and he finds out who's more criminal than others, because those people, he like brings them in and like, okay, these are the weapons. Not evil, more just like people more willing to get their hands dirty. Yeah. It's like, he basically puts them in service of the mayor as much as anything else and the gang. So like,
gotcha.
We've got an armed group. He works out the people who are more upstanding up front. He makes them more the face of fights. And he does find people who are more just, they're there just for work. And he kind of, you know, he gets them a little bit of extra work where they're needed and take them out on expedition. And one thing he does do with a certain select, like with people who he trusts from fights, and once he does have, like, he puts aside money for this for a while, is he heads out, he gets a crew together and he heads out into Gulper's Marsh on a little expedition with a group of people who know what he's doing. He wants to track down the elves that we displaced in that one trial.
I actually had something for this.
Do you want to combine it? Because Vigor was going to go and try and make amends with them, is what Vigor's plan was.
It's cutting ahead, but part of Ariana's plan for expanding the organization, she starts focusing a lot on hiring help, like from disadvantaged peoples, like homeless people, you know, street workers, that sort of thing. But she starts this by like, she beefs up the Lonely Pigeon. She makes sure it's like a good homeless shelter. And she starts out, but one of her big projects that she was planning on doing as a surprise present for Vigor was she was actually going to let him choose the name, whether it would be the like Big Fist, you know, halfway home, or the Dominic Bell Crisis Home, whatever. Yeah. But a shelter to bring in, and specifically for its opening, try and seek out all the refugees from that elf town to bring in, and you know, into a refuge center in his name.
You see, here's the thing: Vigor wasn't going to do that in Terrebone. Vigor was basically going to get them a new place within the marsh, within where they'd want to live, not like pull them into
I mean, you
Terrebone.
can, and like by all means, you can like make that a longer term project, building them a new home, but area, you know, just like get them food, blanket, shelter in a much more immediate thing. And, you know, also, like, the little girl and whatnot who, like, thought Vigor was dead and all that. Get her to, like, Vigor save them.
Vigor goes in, like, that's probably the first big fucking awkward conversation. It's basically outlining why the hell any of that happened and why he's not dead. I think he does.
Does he tell the truth?
He gives it to him straight, yeah. He's like, this is what he tells them exactly, this is what I did and why, and, like, basically grovels, like, for an apology.
Aww.
Yeah.
Ariana is sincerely surprised by that. She totally thought he would just take the hero story.
Oh yeah, you get your apology.
Yeah.
And like, you get your forgiveness, yeah.
And yeah, I guess we work together on that. It's like, give them thing, and then set them back up where they want to be.
All right. So before we move on to Ariana, any other personal notes on Vigor's trajectory?
There's honestly like several different paths that over the course of this campaign, I'm like, where do I want Vigor to go after this? There was like him becoming eventually leaving Terrebonne when he feels business is done to actually go back out adventuring and thinking maybe I can use this for some greater good. Maybe just becoming. Maybe I'll settle on the thing that he does become perhaps a local, well-known figure in Terrebonne. I don't know how well that would work in the next campaign. All right, roll strength. Strength to bend the earth to your will. Fuck, Matt.
Jesus Christ.
You are known far and wide as the strongest man in Terrebonne.
Nice.
Vigor is basic. All right, Vigor is basically a man about town. He goes around, he helps people. He makes gang connections. He's kind of like a lot of people. He's the in-between between the public and what the public knows of the gang.
Okay, basically what the Jesus is to magic to a lot of the people in Terrebonne, you are to being strong. You're muscle Jesus.
And then finally he is Kiryu. We have done it.
We've done it.
Nice.
He gets a giant back dragon tattoo.
Nice, hell yeah. All right.
That's so good.
Actually,
So,
yeah, he got the wing. He
after
completes it to a full dragon. Yeah.
Like literally, take the fucking symbolism. Vigor has put the dragon behind him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, nice.
I love that.
Ariana.
Yeah.
What's your idea? What's
So initially, I do want to have a brief moment, like sort of in real time, when we immediately get back. Just the sort of first thing, Ariana's like, "Wow, we really did it, huh?"
We're not dead. We're not fucking dead somehow.
Ariana sort of giggles, almost giddy. You want to get something to eat?
Yeah, let's go.
It's on me. Yeah. And so Ariana leaves up to Vigor what her first ever meal is.
Don't leave it.
Yeah.
Vigor's just like, orders a bowl of nuts. No.
Yes!
Well, I should try those nuts you like so much.
Shut the fuck up.
No, true. Eaten enough nut in my day.
This is the worst.
No, yeah.
It's like, Vigor actually does say this is the worst.
Ariana laughed. No, for real, I have no idea, you know? Apart, like, I've literally never been able to, like, eat, like, human food. I have no idea what I might like or not.
And you've asked me, a man with the most boring, get strong diet. I'm gonna get... Fuck it, we're the only pigeon who have the best palate. Like, it just devolves into a comedy bit of, like, Vigor. It's like, I should not be the first person to pick you a meal. Like, Vigor's taste is boring as shit.
Wait, don't I own a restaurant now? Shit.
Yeah, you own a... Why are we... Like, Vigor, like, didn't figure it out and he took us to a place he always stops and gets, like, breakfast. It's like, yeah, let's go to the fucking restaurant.
Yeah. If, like, you know, we go in and just... How's Big Boss doing? What's
Big
his
Boss
name?
is doing.
You need a name.
Let's see.
You can't just call him Big Boss. Big Underling.
Let's see.
Oh, hang on, wait. What's his job role again? He's a secretary.
He's essentially, he's manager of the restaurant.
And he's a muscle-bound, rough and tumble, missing an eye patch, hardened battle veteran.
Hang on, why not, like, Vigor just gets really presumptuous? Hang on, why isn't he at fights?
I'm gonna say his name is Racket.
Racket. Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. Yeah, and I assume the restaurant looks nice.
It looks very
qualified.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Ready to serve a meal?
Yeah. I tell you what, I've been all over this place. I took all the interior design for lessons I learned from the joint. Applied them here.
Awesome. Yeah, could we, like, get some food? Chef's choice, I guess.
Yeah, he walks over and just says chef's choice.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh shit, I need to try booze again. Yeah, Ariana gets like, I don't know. She asks Vigor what he. Oh no, he doesn't drink. That's right.
No, Vigor orders a drink.
Oh,
You know-
cool. What does Vigor get?
He gets a red wine.
Oh, Ariana will also have that then.
Oh, I like. So, if I may come with a suggestion, I like the idea of just the dragon. Just he reset your taste buds,
Yeah.
but you don't like alcohol.
No, Ariana does like try a sip of wine. Like she goes for a big gulp of wine, then immediately like gags, almost spits it out. Like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Like Vigor just takes a sip casually and then just like says, "Wow, the tables have turned."
You.
So
Oh my god, is this what wine is like? Shit, it's been like so long. Oh, my mouth is so like dry. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
okay, so the chef's choice is calamari.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
There you go.
Ariana's first attempt at eating food is like very much just sort of gnashing her teeth with her mouth open. Seems to be having some difficulty, but slowly gets better. At first, she's really weirded out by the taste. Like, isn't sure if she likes it or not. It's like really just weird to her. But eventually, as she's going on, she starts to like it more and more. And by the end, she's just like wolfing down calamari.
Nice.
Okay, you like
Is
Vigor's
this what
Vigor's
also
just
tastes
one.
like?
No, it's wild. It's all over the place.
Let me try. What's the opposite of calamari? I want to try that.
I feel like it'd be like fruit.
Why would it be?
Okay.
I don't
Let's
know.
try
I don't
fruit.
know. Like sweet instead of like savory fish.
Savory, yeah.
Alright,
Cold
yeah.
instead of hot. Soft instead of chewy.
Yeah, I think there's some logic here.
Yeah. Ariana's like, bring us fruit.
One of them. All right, when you sell sugar fruit, someone yells up. They want the mayor's husband. The mayor's.
Wow.
All right. Eventually, you're brought a watermelon that's cut in half for you to share.
Okay, I'm excited. I've
watermelon,
never
yeah.
been able to eat a plant before. Yeah, Ariana has like
He takes a
trouble
giant
with this.
bite out of the rind.
No, yeah, she actually does that. She bites into the rind, confused, and then like
I feel like this is
I don't
I
like
feel like this is
plants.
from she's never eaten before, so she just has literally never seen a fruit or a vegetable.
she doesn't pay that much attention to it. Jesus, yeah, she like bites into the rind. I don't think I like fruit, and then
Like,
just
Vigor-
tosses
you
the
just
melon
look at-
aside.
You just look at Vigor, who's just like eating it the right, correct way. He's like, I don't know, I think it's all right.
Okay, but so yeah, we had that. I wanted to have Ariana's first.
Okay.
Oh, and
So,
there's gonna be the wedding scenes.
yeah.
Well,
We'll get to that. We'll get to
Okay,
that.
alright, jumping the gun.
In general, where does Ariana go from here, though? What's her general epilogue?
I already described some of it. She starts, I mean, as much as Figure Tarot, Ariana does sort of take the most public focus out of the three heads of the organization.
Forehead.
Forehead. Well, I was counting Ortega and Davros as one entity,
Oh, okay.
since they're sort of, a thing.
Something.
I don't know. They're
When
like,
did this happen?
you know what I mean.
The slash
They're
fiction
like,
has been written without Neo's knowledge.
anyways, focuses on and she tries to get the mayor's office like looking nice, which we have prestige. Your organization is well known, and therefore you are too. Ariana doesn't officially take the spotlight, but she makes she's almost, whenever Lily is giving a speech, she's always behind her. Everyone on the streets knows who Ariana is and knows that she's like part of,
She's
a
the
boss.
Dick Cheney.
Yeah. And Ariana she focuses on like actually really employing people from the city of Terrebonne. One of the other perks of the business, rumor mill. Lots of interesting information passes through your establishment.
Great.
That's a really good joke, Snake.
Yeah.
When you listen to the problems of the people, the GM will tell you of at least one opportunity within your homesteading or the areas surrounding it. Basically, off in the epilogue, Ariana does that for basically every session we don't play, know, in the future. Like, she tries to focus on, like, seeing what the people want and using her means, both quote-unquote legitimate, political, and criminal, to get it done. She gets very much in the business of, favors, like, people, come to her asking, for a favor on behalf of the organization, and, she cashes in favors and returns, that sort of thing. But tries to make it, properly nice. She expands the business into other things over the years too, like not just, the drugs, but like owning other sorts of, gambling rackets. Obviously, we have stuff with fights too. Try expanding the scope of the organization. She's trying to get webs, her webs connected, really interwoven into everything in Terrebonne.
Does she try? Here's a question. Does she get them owning brothels?
Yeah.
Dang. All right.
Yeah. But tries to like genuinely improve conditions there.
Yeah.
Tries to make things nicer. Tries to sincerely
make sure that the prostitutes are there by choice.
Yeah, and like protected.
Right.
And so the sort of culminating moment after, like, I don't know, a couple weeks, once the restaurant is established, once we're more in place. And I'll also say, Ariana, like, the restaurant, is done up nice. We probably have an additional, like, boardroom or whatnot here at the business. And, Ariana will, like, occasionally sing there's, like, a live stage with a piano, bass, drum set, that sort of thing. Ariana will sometimes sing, invite, like, Ugaku in to, like, play piano, or Davros, or, maybe the heads of the crime family all play music.
Hell yeah, they're a band.
Sometimes.
It's great.
And, just but she will, like, sing in the restaurant a lot. Classy songs, nice mood, atmosphere. But one day, a couple weeks down the line, she invites, the chief of police. You said there's that big union guy, too?
Yeah, there's the head of, there's, the union, so there's the leaders, the political leaders of Terrebonne. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's the chief of police. There's the head of the labor union. There's the head of the alliance of shops. So the alliance of business owners. So labor and business. And then there's the head bureaucrat from the Confederacy. She
invites all of them except the Confederacy bureaucrat.
Wow.
To the mayor's office. Obviously she's already met the chief. She's probably already had starting to have some interactions with certainly the business bureau guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, she invites them up to Lilia's office with Lilia and presumably Clinton there. Has Vigor there too, sort of as like basic security, and has all of us there in Lilia's office. And, invites them up. Ariana sort of looking out the window at the streets of Terrebonne, waiting for them all to get here.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Do you have...
Nope.
Okay, yeah. Once they're all here, Ariana, just sort of starts her speech. And glad you all could make it here today. I'm sure you all figured a meeting like this was coming, and I figured it would be good for all of us to touch base together. There's a new mayor in town. The first mayor in town.
In town?
Things are going well, moving forward with the mayor. Now, I want to make it very clear to all of you. I'm sure you're all aware of this on some level. Yes, the mayor is controlled by our organization. There's no point in keeping secrets about that. The reason I decided, and I come as a representative, as one of the heads of my organization, I want to be a positive force for this city. And I had this network, this power, this organization, more than any of you understand. Sincerely. You cannot understand how deep our powers run in this city. I wanted to find a way to channel that to improve things here. And I know each of you, in your own ways, wants to do something of the same. And this new mayor in town, this is a shift in power dynamics. There's no getting away from that. But it can be an amicable one. We all want the same thing. And everything will be easier for all of us if we cooperate. Make no mistake, I'm asking you here because my life will be much easier with all of your cooperation for our activities than as enemies, and in turn to offer you an olive branch. We're more powerful than any of you, frankly, and it is in all of your best interests if we could be your allies instead of fighting for the city. I want peace. I'm tired of violence. I'm tired of killing. And I want to improve things here. And I want to include all of you in that mission, not fight against you. Do you understand?
Roll charisma.
Can I assist? I'm not quite sure. I'm just being a big presence here and
I do have a
about town at
reroll
this
on
point.
this thanks to see the future.
Should I assist though?
It's up to GM.
You're there. You're part of the organization. You might as well. You're tied into this.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Right. Oh, look at that.
Nice. All right. Yeah. They all kiss the ring for better.
Yeah, Ariana does, like, as she's pacing song this at the end, she sits down in a chair. Yeah, as Vigor opens the Ariana, like, lifts her hand for each of them to kiss the ring as a gesture of peace in my home.
All right. Nice.
Nice.
Oh my
Okay.
god, and Gobby is the pet turtle. It all comes together.
It all comes together.
Okay, so one final scene.
Yes.
One final. 1 year later, they're finally, after realizing that they had never actually been officially wed, Clinton and Lilia decide to host an actual wedding.
After you said 1 year later, I was terrified for a moment there was going to be a baby, and I was like, no. Thank God.
And O'Malley, an invitation arrives in your mail. Do you go?
What the fuck? I thought, what?
For sentimental sake, you were an important part of them getting together, for better or for worse.
You know what? Let's say that we use Nightshade to track you down so you get the play.
Yeah, it's Nightshade who gives you the invitation.
What's your stake in this?
This Nightshade just goes, I just like parties.
Nightshade is also invited. So is what's his name? What was it? Silas, the guy who owned the dungeon. I think we invite him definitely.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How many
you
NPCs
can see how well his girls are doing.
Work?
Yeah. Oh, we got to get Shades in here too.
Well, as long as I won't get killed.
Oh no, he won't get killed.
We've already set the future in stone, so you can't.
If we wanted. Oh yeah, Nightshade at that just laughs and says, O'Malley, if any number of people who are going to be in that room wanted you dead, you would be.
We couldn't track down Milkshake to invite her, but honestly, that would have been really weird, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say, in spirit, Ariana has noted how we would. Milkshake is theoretically invited to this wedding. Ariana just at a speech announcing it actually does just add Milkshake. If you're out there somewhere, you're invited, by the way. No idea how to track you down, but for old time's sake, if you want. And just thinks maybe that message might reach her. Who knows? Anyways,
All right.
yeah.
So yeah, there's a final. We'll say pretty much. I guess just if this were a thing, pretty much all the NPCs would be here. Certainly the chief of police.
Renshak's limp body.
We propped him up in a chair with some sunglasses.
Yeah, those two
His,
guys.
severely emaciated body, like twitching and like face twisted in fear and horror.
Blackjack. Those two guys.
Oh, yeah.
Who are...
Wait, one more detail. Like we put him in a t-shirt that says "Live in the Dream."
Yeah. Those two guys who only exist to guard the door to the basement.
The tattoo kids.
The tattoo kid.
They're doing face paint for the other kids.
Who does the wedding?
Hornet.
I feel like it would be like
The Jesus.
Jerry, Davros, or
Jesus.
Jesus, one of the three.
Who does the wedding? Oh, who officiates?
Yeah.
The
Oh no,
Jesus.
Jerry would give the bride away though.
Yeah.
The Jesus.
Jerry gives the bride away. Let's see who
Oh God, is
pronounces
Vigor the
that
best
and
man?
why.
Please
Yeah,
tell me,
surely.
please tell me in
Best
this. So in that year, Clinton didn't make another friend.
man.
Oh, Ariana would be the bridesmaid too.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's tragic. I guess Vigor Vigor agrees reluctantly. Like, there's just a moment when Vigor gets asked, and he's like, Vigor's first response is to genuinely look up and say, "What? You didn't make any other friends?"
Smokes, I guess.
Hell yeah, smokes.
Smokes. Ooh, the Emberwell bartender.
Oh, him, yeah.
We pulled them all in. It's like, you have no idea what wild series of events started in this bar.
Shahina shows up just because it's an open.
Yeah.
All right, we've got the big party.
Yeah.
The Dragon Slayer's ghost is
Yeah,
just
and,
hovering in the back.
Yeah. And it's a reunion of the party.
Yeah.
The three.
Ariana.
O'Malley and Vigor.
We
O'Malley
can
and...
imagine Shahina's here too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like having a...
Well, they see O'Malley for the first time in a year.
Yeah. What's O'Malley look like? Has he already started putting on weight?
Yeah, is O'Malley fat at a year? Yeah, at a year in, O'Malley's already fat. I'm gonna say, Nightshade decides to just be his date out of pity.
Nice.
Yeah.
Vigor
Maybe this is
Vigor right now is cutting, so he's leaner than he was when you last saw him.
Actually, no. O'Malley isn't like super fat, but you can tell he's putting on some.
Vigor's actually grown out a bit of short black hair. He has sideburns. No, he's mysteriously looks a bit more Asian than he did in the past.
I'm wearing a white suit with maroon shirt. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah.
Ariana's, very civil with O'Malley. Just, oh, you did show up. We were wondering if you would.
Yes.
How's life been treating you, O'Malley? You've been...
You look, well fed.
Yes. I am running my own business now.
What, did you... Is he... What's with the accent?
What the?
You were doing a bit of a
No,
thing.
I wasn't.
Okay, alright. Maybe we just haven't heard you speak for a while. I don't know. Like, Vigor's just having a very hard time, thinking of things to talk about with O'Malley.
Nightshade just pulls him close and says, "Oh yes, my date here has really made a name for himself. He's one of 15 loan sharks in Custer."
Oh,
Hey,
you went back to Custer.
Oh, you
Hey,
became
now.
a loan shark.
Hey, now.
God,
Hey, now,
remember when we
dude.
killed that judge? I'd forgotten about that
Oh
until
god,
now.
yeah, we did.
Hey,
So,
now, 2 of those loan sharks got bankrupt, okay?
so after Milkshake, you just decided to become a predator by yourself.
Oh, shut you.
Like Vigor is like, yeah, no, his sense of humor hasn't improved in a year. Like, he just said that
Ariana
deadpan.
sort of snaps her fingers and has one of her like many goons. You know, she has Racket come over, bring them like a tray of drinks and toasts to old times.
O'Malley, I do genuinely want to thank you for something.
What?
You could have wished for anything, and I thought you would wish us dead, but I'm just gonna thank you for not killing us.
Oh,
Really?
no worries. I thank you for not interfering with my wish, too.
Yeah, you probably came out the best out of anyone from that.
Yes, I did. Well, Mom isn't too happy with me.
Yeah. I wonder how my mom's doing. Maybe if I have time for a vacation, I should take a trip back to visit her. You want to come? She says, looking at Vigor.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
Vigor's just
She
thinking,
probably
man, I
won't
don't
eat
have
you.
to worry
I'll
about
try.
parents.
I'll keep a lookout for you. I can see if that village is still there. Maybe we could burn that one down too. Ariana says, chuckling to herself.
Yeah, never fun to meet your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
This isn't our. It's Lily, the zombie. You remember her?
Oh yeah, no, I do.
The one you traumatized?
Yeah, I'm surprised I got invited.
Oh yeah, I think she wanted to make amends or something.
Oh, that's good. You know, maybe I should give her a nice, good loan on like a new house.
No, you're not conducting business during this wedding.
I can
Think you give politicians bribes, not loans.
Not to mention, like, you're not doing business on, like, our territory.
Fine. Well,
So let's see other things happening in the scene. Clinton is hanging out around, just kind of shy in the corner. Sometimes Polly makes just makes like weird threatening emotions towards him,
Like,
because
Vigor...
he's still under
Yeah.
the impression that
like,
he's
Vigor
meant to
never
be.
released that whole thing about you guys toughen him up.
Yeah.
Like, we never resolved the poorly thing. I don't think there is any way to sort that out at this point. I think it's too late.
Ariana does spend a couple months before the wedding, like, custom making dresses and suits for everyone, getting nice dyes and, like, doing really nice silk stuff.
At some point, Jesus asks you what you wished for.
Who, each of us? Or
the three of you, I guess, at the wedding.
is this at the... Okay, yeah.
I never got what you wished for after all that.
Ariana, like, eating a, little bit of, like, lox on a cracker or something. Guess.
Oh. Yeah, figures he can
You
do that.
haven't noticed in the past year?
I don't pay attention to much things like that, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, I'm surprised you'd wish for something that small. You see, when I got my wish, I just wished for ultimate magical power.
Your what? Excuse me?
Huh?
What?
What?
Your wish?
My wish.
his wish.
When did you get a wish?
When I did the Trials of the Dragon.
Ariana just starts laughing manically and just walks away.
Nice. Let's see. See who is officiating. You know what? It's reluctantly Davros who's officiating, because he's the only person who knows the laws.
Yeah, doesn't
And
like to
can
be in
legally
public.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Ariana stitches Vigor, like, for one final suit. It's a really nice silk, has all that spider armor stuff. She's done ones that have, like, a sort of floral design stitched into them. Oh, Snake's not even here for this.
Wow.
Yeah, I was describing Ariana's last big present to him.
Guess we just gotta wait. The wedding is interrupted by a man who says that he will be running in the next election, primarying Lilia to be the first gamer mayor. Oh, did you see that Gillibrand dropped out? Gillibrand.
No, I didn't.
She did. I found out because Ace Watkins replied to the tweet with F.
Oh, okay. Welcome back.
All right, yeah. So yeah, you missed Jesus. He asks you what they wished for, and when they got the response, he says, "Oh, I used my wish on ultimate magical power." And Ariana was like, "Wait, your wish?" And he's like, "Yeah, my wish." When did you get a wish? When I did the Trials of the Dragon. And then Ariana laughed and just walked away. That's the scene you missed.
It's a good scene. It's a good review.
All right.
Ariana also just like her last for one last suit made for Vigor makes it, colors his choice. She's done like floral print or design sort of stitch in the stitching. This time she does the suit with like a flame design stitched in, like not color, but just like a flame pattern on like the sleeves and legs. Almost like dragon fire.
I'm gonna say, I think we've done this swing before, but I think Vigor likes it, so we'll stick with it. Is essentially all white with white shirt and black vest.
Ooh.
The vest, I think the vest as well could probably have like embroidered like flame pattern, which
yeah,
we can go with that.
Is the dragon spiritually invited to the wedding?
I think he decides if he's invited or not. I think it would be kind of presumptuous.
I don't think we dare say whether or not he's invited.
Did we ever find out where it was he made us take over for him?
Nope.
Nice.
I mean, I was trying to watch where we went just in case we had to walk back, but luckily we didn't, so...
Alright. So, one last reunion. Drinking to old memories of very hard times. So,
take some wedding pictures,
Yeah. Wedding pictures. It's a nice wedding, and it ends with everyone sharing a meal.
Yeah. Just sitting at a table, Lilia and Clinton, lovey-dovey. Ariana, talking to Vigor, eating some wedding cake and drinking wine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And all the NPCs you've come to know just conversing and talking for one night of peace and fun.
As ominous Italian music plays,
And so, Party 3. The Party of Crime. We went from high highs, low lows, took over a gang, possibly took over much of a city, and set the stage for the Party of War, which will begin in our next session after a 3-year time skip.
Ooh.
But until then, well done, well campaigned on a crime, well crimed.
We crimed.
Take an XP for playing.
I'm taking that XP.
Yeah, well crimed, well crimed. Take an XP for playing.
Nice.
That was a good
12
campaign.
of 22.
Yeah.
We did it.
That was a good campaign. That was
It was a
really
good
long.
campaign.
That was a really long campaign.